Hi there, today we will talk about initial coin offering, ICO. What is an initial coin offering? So, an initial coin offering is a cryptocurrency industry's equivalent to an initial public offering. A company seeking to raise money to create a new coin, app, or service can launch an ICO as a way to raise funds. Interested investors can buy into an initial coin offering to receive a new cryptocurrency token issued by the company. This token may have some utility related to the products or service that the company is offering, or it may just represent a stake in the company or project. How an initial coin offering works. When a cryptocurrency project wants to raise money through ICO, the project organizer's first step is to determine how they will structure it. The ICOs can be structured in a few different ways, including static supply and static price. Companies set a specific founding goal or limit, which means that each token sold in the ICO has a present price and the total token supply is fixed. Static supply and dynamic price, and ICO can have a static supply of token and a dynamic founding goal. It means that the amount of funds received in the ICO determines the overall price per token. Dynamic supply and static price. Some ICOs have a dynamic token supply but a static price, meaning that amount of funding received determines the supply. Alongside structuring in the ICO, the crypto project usually creates a white paper which it makes available to potential investors via a new website dedicated to the token. The promoters of the project use their white paper to explain important information related to the ICO, what the project is about, the needs that project would fulfill upon completion, how much money the project needs, how many of virtual token the founders will keep, what type of payment which currencies will be accepted, how long the ICO campaign will run. The project released a white paper as part of its ICO campaign, which it designs to encourage enthusiastic and supporters of the project by some of new project tokens. Investors also can generally use fiat or digital currency to buy new tokens, but it's increasingly common for investors to pay using other forms of crypto such as Bitcoin or Ethereum. There is this newly issued tokens are similar to shares of stock sold to investors during an IPO. If the money raised in an ICO is less than the minimum amount required by the ICO criteria, all of the money may be returned to the project's investors. The ICO would then be deemed unsuccessful. If the funding requirements are met within the specific time period, then the money raised is spent in pursuit of the project goals. Who can launch an ICO? Anyone can launch an ICO. With very little regulation of ICOs in the United States currently, anyone who can access the proper tag is free to launch a new cryptocurrency. But this lack of regulation also means that someone might do whatever it takes to make you believe they have a legitimate ICO and then abscond with the money. Of all possible avenues of funding, an ICO is probably one of the easiest to set up as a scam. If you're really set on buying into a new ICO that you heard about, make sure to do your homework. The first thing is make sure the people putting up the ICO are real, accommodable. One key thing to look for it is the product's leads history with crypto or blockchain. It seems that the project doesn't involve anyone with relevant, easily verified experience. That's a red flag. Famous actors and enterprises like Steven Seagal also sometimes encourage their followers to invest in a hot new ICO. Special considerations. ICO activity began to decrease dramatically in 2019. So we continue to talk about special considerations. ICO activity began to decrease dramatically in 2019, in part because of the legal gray areas that ICOs inhabit. Investors can research and find the ICOs in which to participate, but there is no surefire way to stay abreast of all latest initial coin offerings. You can use a website like for example, top coin list and websites that compare different ICO against one another. ICOs can generate a substantial amount of hype, and there are numerous sites online where investors gather to discuss new opportunities. Investors seeking to participate in ICOs should first familiarize themselves broadly with the cryptocurrency space and become educated about any ICO before practicing. Because ICOs are barely regulated, prospective investors should exercise extreme caution when investing. There is no guarantee that an investor wouldn't be on the losing end of a scam when investing in an ICO. To help avoid ICO scam, you can make sure the project developers can clearly define what their goals are. Successfully ICO typically have straightforward, understandable white papers with clean, considered goals. Look for transparently. Investors should expect 100% transparency from a company launching an ICO. Reviewing the ICO's legal terms and conditions, because traditional regulations generally do not oversee this space. It is an investor responsibility to ensure that an ICO legitimate. Check the ICO funds are stored in a escrow wallet. This type of wallet requires a multiple access case, which provided useful protection against scams. So today we learned a good amount of information about ICO. In next series we will continue to talk about ICO. So thank you for watching, and it's all for today. Goodbye.